as I break it down. Break it down, break it down. Baby, sit back as I break it down. Break it down, break it down. You can sit back as I break it down. Break it down, break it down. Baby, sit back as I break it down. Break it down, break it down. You can sit back as I break it down.
In October 1974, issue 180 of The Incredible Hulk was released, and on the final page of said issue, one of the most iconic Marvel characters had a cameo, and he said, "If you really want to tangle with someone, try your luck with the Wolverine." Yes, guys, I'm going to review this. So, and there will be spoilers. So, get into that. First issue. I just showed them. Death of Wolverine. Part 1 of the 4 miniseries. I'm going to say it did. I'm not gonna say it did not, but it wasn't what I expected it to be because of the first 2 leading into the death of Wolverine. So yeah, it was completely different from what I expected. I did not like the ending at all whatsoever, and I'll get to that in a minute. So first and foremost, the way it starts off, a little shaky, it was a little uninformative to me, really. So throughout the duration of this series, instead of him dying slowly, it's more of, all right, there's a hit out on him, and everyone keeps coming. He was I believe he was in Canada just relaxing and living out his days as a mortal now, not trying to get old, but living to get old and shit like that. So, but everyone who heard of the hit, because it was a very big bounty on his head, because the person who put the hit out on him really wanted him. So everyone's just attacking him from all sides of the direction, and he kills him because it's Wolverine's the best of what he does. So then he thought to himself, if the only way I'm going to make this stop is if I go to the source myself. So when, I forgot who, but the guy with the fucking American flag tattoo on his face, very patriotic dude, I forget his name, not really important to me. He comes to the island, he attacks Wolverine. He asks Wolverine he asked him, why is everyone coming towards me? Why is everyone looking for me? And this, that, and the other. And he tells him, there's a very big hit out on you. Some guys looking for, really wants you alive, not dead, alive. And so Wolverine kills him, and then goes to his next lead, which was in, fuck was it at? I forgot where actually, but I think it was New York. Was it New York? No, it wasn't New York. Oh, I forgot. I thought I had the comments right next to me. I could just open up, but I don't feel like doing that. So he goes there. He fights. The next person he fights is it wasn't New York City because he had to fight Viper. There we go. His next location is New York City. Because he gets to lead that Viper. He thought the guy told him Viper was the one who had to hit out, but come to find out when he went to go meet up with Viper, he finds out that she is not the one who had to hit out and shit, and that she had Sabretooth, who was surprisingly not one of the ones the person was looking for. I'll explain why I just said that in a minute. Apparently the conversation between Viper and Wolverine revealed that it basically was a shopping list because the person who had to hit out had other people stealing and killing other people and stealing shit from like museums and stuff like that, because he wanted a list of things that he needed. And Wolverine Lady Deathstrike and I think like one more other person was on that list as well. But Sabretooth, shockingly, Sabretooth was not on that list. So that's what Viper told him anyways. So then Wolverine and Sabretooth fought for like a couple of seconds. Lady Deathstrike comes in out of nowhere and it stops it, intervenes and shit like that. And then they set Sabretooth free and kept on going by his merry way. And what I didn't like about that scene or panels for thing, it had nothing to do with, again, with the series that was leading into it at all whatsoever. Like it's like Sabretooth and Wolverine didn't fight already, and Sabretooth didn't already try to kill him and take over New York City with his random ass orb that he had. So yeah, that's what I didn't like about it. And Lady Deathstrike, and Wolverine talked for a second. Lady Deathstrike told him, yeah, it's I was looking for you to see if you can help me, but you're useless because you don't have your healing factor anymore. So I'm gonna trade you in for my life, so I won't die. That fails because Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, faces her arm through Lady Deathstrike and basically stops her. She says, "You do know what happens if I unphase my arm?" She's like, "Yes, but you're not the killing type." And then they fight for like 2 panels, and that's about it. And then Lady Deathstrike leaves, and Kitty Pryde tells Wolverine that she has a lead, and they go to Japan to fight. To fight Ugun, I believe it was. Ogun, Ugun. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm not too sure. So they go there. They have a conversation. Come to find out, Ugun has possessed Kitty Pryde and shit like that, and they get into a fight, a sword fight actually. And while they're fighting, Kitty Pryde is also fighting Ugun to get control of her body, and she does. And while after she regained her body, she says, "I was digging around in his mind, and I find out who has the contract on you," and she revealed it was Cornelius. So she asked him, "Did that mean anything?" He was like, "Yeah, too many broken bones with that." So then he goes track down Ugun again because Ugun possesses another body, and they talk, and Ugun reveals that it is Cornelius who wants to hit out on him, and he actually asked Wolverine for a favor. He says, "Just leave and don't ever come back to Japan, ever." So Wolverine tells him, "Yeah, that's not a problem. Basically, I don't really care. I just want to live out my life in peace." And Ugun reveals where Cornelius is located in Nevada. So Wolverine travels from Japan to Nevada and meets up with Cornelius. Now, Cornelius basically wants Wolverine because of his healing factor, but Wolverine quickly shows him that I can no longer heal, buddy. So apparently, the reason why Cornelius was collecting everything was because he wanted to fix his mistake that he did with Wolverine, basically. And yeah, it was just a fail on his. He's like, "I failed. I want to make the perfect, creation and shit like that." He's like, "I tried with you, but it failed, and so I just want to make right with the world." He wound up failing again because Wolverine, of course, stopped him from basically killing more people. So they don't necessarily fight, but Cornelius sends out this perfect creature that he has that like glows and like space like. It was very, very cool. But yeah, he attacks Wolverine and he somewhat kicks Wolverine's butt for like 2 seconds, like a punch in here and shit like that. Wolverine didn't really swing or anything. Wolverine tried not to use his claws because it makes him die faster and shit. So I'm really sorry about this. Really rambling. I feel like I'm rambling on, but I'm sorry. I don't need to. What else? Oh yeah, the ending. Why I did not like the ending. in the struggle, and to stop Cornelius from creating his perfect creature, it's like that Wolverine he defeats the guy that was, whooping his butt by using his claws, like, he originally does. And he breaks the adamantium thing that was there, like, thing holding the adamantium that the guy had repossessed and shit. And it spilled all on top of Wolverine. It's everywhere. So, and then Cornelius escapes to a helicopter. Come to find out, Cornelius had a piece of glass like wedged into like this general area. I'm not too sure if you can see that, but yeah, it was like his liver or some shit like that. I don't know, somewhere around there in his side. And the guy who was supposed to be driving the helicopter is like, dude, what's wrong with you? Well, not dude, but you're hurt, you're bleeding. He's like, so I am bleeding and shit like that. And then he collapses on the floor. And then the guy quickly is like, what the hell is that? And they turn and they see Wolverine just walking, well, not walking, but slowly moving with all the adamantium on him and shit like that. And Cornelius like, you played hero, but technically, what have you really done? He just says like 3 to 4 times and shit like that. And then Wolverine just kneels down and watches the sunset and shit. And like right before the adamantium hardens, he says, "I've done enough." And that's how Wolverine dies. Now, I don't like it because clearly it shows a clear open for them to bring him back. Although I know they're going to bring him back regardless, it's easily placed for them to bring him back. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I know they're going to do it, and it's just so easy. Because the adamantium just hardened. So he didn't really die. He's just what's the word? I think encased. Yeah, there you go. Encased in a bunch of adamantium, which he already has inside his bones. So it's really not going to affect him that much. So that's why, yeah, I don't like it. So yeah, that's my review for this. I give this storyline. I give this storyline an overall, maybe, I think about a 7. Not even a solid 7, just a 7, because again, I didn't like it that much, and it didn't. The first two in series that were leading into this, it doesn't tie into it at all. Like it's a completely different thing. So that's what I get at a 7. I love the covers though; they're all holographic. I have almost every variant for issues 1, 3, and 4. I'm going to finish collecting all of those. If you guys know where I can find that, please leave it in the comment section below. Yeah. Until the next video, I will see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.